This video is part 1 of 2 about how to choose the right canopy for you. Let's go! Hey Skydivers, this is Catherine Bernier from Skydive Vibes, sharing the passion of skydiving and helping you become a better skydiver. So if you're new here, well, consider subscribing and clicking the little bell icon not to miss our weekly videos all about skydiving. So like I said, this video is the part 1 of 2 all about choosing the right canopy for you. The first one will be more about the design and features of canopies, and the second one will be more on the performance characteristics of those canopies that you need to consider. So today there are many options to consider whenever it's time for you to choose a canopy. Whether it's the number of cells, the overall shape, or the type of material used. So first, 7 or 9 cells. 7-cell canopies are more responsive generally under deep breaks and are performing better for accuracy type approaches. Because they have fewer lines and ribs, they generally pack smaller than 9 cells canopies. When 7 cells are more preferable for crew accuracy and as reserve, 9 cells mains are more popular with most skydivers. Most 9 cells will level off or swoop further when flared, but landings on some 7 cells can easily be just as soft. Of course, 9 cells will tend to pack a little bit bigger. Now, deciding between a 7 or 9 cell canopy is now just a matter of personal choice. The second element I wanted to talk about is material. Modern skydiving canopies are now made of low porosity or zero porosity nylon. The main problem with low porosity material is that they tend to become more porous over time and so use faster, meaning that more air can pass through the fabric. After 300 to 500 jumps, those canopies will tend not to flare as well as when they were new, and the overall performance is decreased. This change will be less noticeable on bigger canopies but can be dramatic on small canopies. Zero porosity fabric has a coating which is often silicone based, which protect the canopy to get more porous over time. Those canopies will tend to last well over 2,000 jumps. Unfortunately, those 0P canopies will tend to pack a bit bigger and can be more difficult to pack than the low porosity one. Next, the canopy shape. Planform is the shape of a canopy seen from above. And there's 3 particular types in the skydiving industry right now. We have the rectangular shape, the semi-elliptical, and the full elliptical. Canopies described as semi-elliptical are often more responsive than the regular one. They often have lighter toggle pressure, but still turn more easily. When large rectangular canopies can be a bit sluggish, especially when lightly loaded, it's surprising how the semi-elliptical canopies, even though they are lightly loaded as well, will be way more responsive and fun to pilot. Those canopies are great for skydiver who wants to jump bigger, more forgiving canopies but still have great fun with it. And small semi-elliptical canopies can be very agile and extremely responsive. Elliptical canopies are usually way more responsive than the other type. They turn faster and require less force to start a turn. An elliptical canopy, especially a smaller one, can react to harness inputs in a way that the rectangular canopy won't. Elliptical canopies can be very exciting to fly, but they can also be unforgiving in some ways. Because they are more responsive in flight, they are also more responsive while opening. To avoid problems such as hard openings and line twists, you may want to give a particular attention when you're packing your canopy and to your body position during deployment. It's a good idea to get some experience before flying an elliptical canopy. If other canopies are not quite as responsive as you'd like them to be, and you're thinking about downsizing, try to simply change the type of canopy you're piloting, maybe from semi-elliptical or rectangular to elliptical, but with a bigger size, so without downsizing at first. And so in the end, you'll get a little bit more fun, a more responsive canopy without drastically changing the canopy type and downsizing. The change to an elliptical canopy can give you the handling you're looking for without necessarily going into a smaller size. And so if you'd like to get more tips and tricks on how and when it's time to downsize, I did a video not long ago all about that, so you can watch it by clicking right here. Now let's talk about some special features that you can find on canopy designs. So today, higher performance canopies have special features to give them more performance. Two of the more popular ones are cross braces and airlocks. Cross braces are extra diagonal ribs that keep the canopy more rigid. It allows to use thinner fabric and less lines. Today, cross braces are used on few high-performance elliptical canopies. These canopies are generally faster and have more lift upon landing than non-cross-braced canopies of the same size. Because they are available for smaller sizes and requires a good amount of skills to fly them safely, they are only recommended for pilots that already have experience jumping small elliptical canopies. Like cross braces, airlocks make a canopy more rigid and improve performance. Airlocked canopies are available in a wider range of size than the cross-braced canopies. Because airlocks helps a canopy to stay pressurized, they have a reputation to be very stable in turbulence. Now, the number of cells, the type of material, and the plant form of a canopy may give you a basic idea on how a canopy will fly, but it's just the starting point. Whether you're considering another type of canopy or you're considering downsizing, getting advice and help from people you trust around you is the second next step. However, keep in mind that it's always important for you to trust your own feelings as well. So I hope you've liked this video, give it a thumbs up if so, and consider subscribing if you don't want to miss the part 2 on how to choose the best canopy for you. On that, as always, keep jumping, stay safe, and blue skies.